Hello everyone. In this video, we will see how you can create a complex folder structure for the Accounts, Contacts, and Deals modules using Easy WorkDrive for Zoho CRM. If a deal is not associated with an account or contact, its folder will be created inside the Deals module folder. If a deal is associated with an account, its folder will be created inside the related account folder. Inside the account folder, there will be an associated deals folder. The individual deal folder will be created inside the associated deals folder. The folder structure for contacts works in a similar way. If a contact is not associated with an account, its folder will be created inside the Contacts module folder. If a contact is associated with an account, its folder will be created inside an associated contacts folder under the related account folder. If a deal is not associated with an account but is associated with a contact, the deal folder will be created inside the associated deals folder under that contact folder. To summarize, if a deal is associated with an account, you will find it inside the account folder under associated deals. If a deal is associated only with a contact, you will find it inside the contact folder under associated deals. If a deal is not associated with either an account or a contact, you will find it inside the Deals module folder. For contacts, if a contact is associated with an account, it will be created inside the associated contacts folder under that account. If the contact is not associated with an account, it will be created directly inside the Contacts module folder. Now, let's configure this folder structure. Go to Zoho CRM Settings. Under Automation, click on Workflow Rules. Search for the existing WorkDrive folder creation workflows and check their active status. Disable the default folder creation workflows for the Contacts and Deals modules. The account folder creation workflow should remain active. Now we need to create a new workflow for deal folder creation. Click Create Rule. Select the Deals module. Give the workflow a name such as Create Deal Folder with Complex Structure. For the workflow trigger, select Record Action. Then select Create. Now we will add different conditions based on the deal's related records. The first condition will handle deals that are associated with an account. Set the condition as Account Name is not empty. Click Done. Now add an instant custom action. Select Create WorkDrive Setting. Then select the option for creating a WorkDrive folder. First, we need to configure the parent folder structure. Select Easy WorkDrive as the Team folder. Inside it, select the Accounts module folder. Under the Accounts folder, select the folder using the related account name. Enable the Use Existing Folder option. This allows the extension to use the existing account folder instead of creating a duplicate folder. Click Save. Now, under the Account folder, create a folder named Associated Deals. Enable Use Existing Folder for this folder as well. Then click Save. Under the Associated Deals folder, create the individual deal folder. Choose Yes when asked whether you want to save the new folder ID. Select the WorkDrive folder ID ext field from the Deals module. Now click Save. Then click Update Settings. Give the custom action a name, such as Create Folder when account is available. Click Save and Associate. Now we need to create another condition for deals that are associated with a contact, but not with an account. Set the condition so that contact name is not empty. Click Next. Add another Create WorkDrive setting custom action. Select the option for creating a WorkDrive folder. For this condition, the deal folder will be created inside the related contact folder. Select Easy WorkDrive as the team folder. Then select the Contacts module folder. Under the Contacts folder, configure the contact folder name using first name and last name. Click on the pencil icon to edit the folder structure. Enable Use Existing Folder, then click Save. Now click the plus icon and create a folder named Associated Deals. Enable Use Existing Folder for this folder. Inside Associated Deals, create the individual deal folder using the deal name field. Choose Yes when asked whether you want to save the folder ID. Select the WorkDrive folder ID ext field from the Deals module. Click Update Settings. Give the action a name, such as Create Folder when contact is available. Then click Save and Associate. Now we need to configure the final condition. This condition will handle deals that are not associated with an account or contact. Select the option for records that do not meet any of the previous conditions. Click Next. Add another Create WorkDrive setting custom action. Select Create WorkDrive folder. For this condition, select the Deals module folder as the root folder. Choose Yes when asked whether you want to save the folder ID. Select the WorkDrive folder ID ext field. Click Update Settings. Give the action a name. Then click Save and Associate. Finally, save the workflow rule. Now let's test the folder structure. For this example, we have an account named Tesla. Let's edit the account and remove the existing WorkDrive folder ID ext value. I will also rename the account to Tesla 2. Then click Save. At this point, the account is not connected to an existing WorkDrive folder. Now let's create a deal under this account. For the deal name, I will enter SpaceX. The related account will be Tesla 2. Then click Save. Now open the SpaceX deal record and check the timeline. You can see that the workflow has been triggered and the folder ID field has been updated. This means the folder has been created successfully. Now open the Easy WorkDrive related list. You can see the SpaceX folder from here. If we open the folder in WorkDrive, we can see the complete hierarchy. The SpaceX folder is inside the Associated Deals folder. The Associated Deals folder is inside the Tesla 2 account folder. This confirms that the required complex folder structure has been created successfully. Even when the account does not already have a WorkDrive folder, the extension can create the required folders while maintaining the configured hierarchy. This completes the Deal section of the complex folder structure. Next, we will move on to the Contacts section. Now, let's look at another example where the related account already has a WorkDrive folder ID. I will open this account record. Here, you can see that the WorkDrive folder ID field is already populated. Now I will create a new deal under this account. I will name the deal Deal 0002. Then I will click Save. Now let's open the deal record and check the timeline. You can see that the WorkDrive folder ID field has been updated. This confirms that the workflow was triggered successfully and the deal folder was created. Now, let's open the Easy WorkDrive related list for the account. Now, if we go to the account, open the Easy WorkDrive related list, inside the Accounts module folder, we have the Individual Account folder. Inside the Account folder, we have the Associated Deals folder. Inside the Associated Deals folder, we can see the Deal 0002 folder. If we check the same structure directly from the WorkDrive root folder, we can see the complete hierarchy. Inside the Accounts folder, we have the Marlin Associates account folder. Inside that folder, we have the Associated Deals folder. Inside the Associated Deals folder, we have the Deal Record folder. Now, let's create a deal without associating it with an account or contact. I will create a new deal named Deal 0003. I will leave both the account and contact fields empty. Then I will click Save. Now let's check the timeline. You can see that the workflow has been triggered. Now open the Easy WorkDrive related list. The folder has been created successfully. If we open the folder in WorkDrive, we can see that Deal 0003 has been created directly inside the Deals module folder. This folder structure was used because the deal is not associated with an account or contact. Now, let's test a deal that is associated only with a contact. Now, let's filter out the contacts that already have a WorkDrive folder ID. For this example, I will use the head chains contact record. You can see that the Easy WorkDrive folder is available for this contact. Inside the contact folder, there is already an associated deals folder. Now, let's create another deal under this contact. I will name it Deal 0004. Then I will click Save. Now open the Deal 0004 record and check the timeline. You can see that the workflow has been triggered successfully. Now open the Easy WorkDrive related list. The deal folder has been created successfully. Click Go to WorkDrive folder. Inside the Contacts module folder, we have the Contact folder. Inside the Contact folder, we have the Associated Deals folder. Inside the Associated Deals folder, we have the Deal 0004 folder. This confirms that the correct folder structure was maintained for a deal associated only with a contact. Now, let's consider a situation where the contact's WorkDrive folder ID field is empty. For this example, I will use the David Smith contact record. Now, I will create a deal under this contact. I will name it Deal 0005. Then I will click Save. Now, open the Deal 0005 record. Check the timeline. You can see that the WorkDrive folder ID field has been updated by the workflow and the extension. Now open the Easy WorkDrive related list. The folder has been created successfully. Click Go to WorkDrive folder. Inside the Contacts module folder, we have the David Smith contact folder. Inside the David Smith folder, we have the Associated Deals folder. Inside the Associated Deals folder, we have the Deal 0005 folder. This confirms that the extension can create and maintain the complete hierarchy even when the contact does not already have a WorkDrive folder ID. The deal folder structure is now fully configured and working correctly. This is how you can create a complex folder structure for deals using Easy WorkDrive for Zoho CRM. Now we will see how you can create a complex folder structure for the Contacts module using Easy WorkDrive for Zoho CRM. First, go to Zoho CRM settings. Under Automation, click on Workflow Rules. Then click Create Rule. Select the Contacts module. Give the workflow a suitable name, like Create Contact Folder using Easy WorkDrive for Zoho CRM. I will give a description like complex structure used by Zoho. For the workflow trigger, select Record Action, then select Create and click Next. First, we need to check whether the contact is associated with an account. If the contact is associated with an account, its folder will be created inside the related account folder under Associated Contacts. For this condition, select Account Name is not empty. Now add a custom action. Select Create WorkDrive Settings. Then select Create WorkDrive Folder. Because the contact is associated with an account, the root folder will be based on the related account folder. Select the Accounts module folder. For the account folder name, select Account Name. Then enable Use Existing Folder. This allows the extension to use the existing account folder instead of creating a duplicate. Now click the plus icon. Create a folder named Associated Contacts. Enable Use Existing Folder for this folder as well. Then click Save. Inside the Associated Contacts folder, create the individual contact folder. Now choose Yes when asked whether you want to save the folder ID. Select the WorkDrive Folder ID EXT field from the Contacts module. You can also enable the Move Folder to New Location option. This option can be used when you want the folder to move automatically after the related account changes. For this example, we do not need that option, so we will leave it disabled. Now click Save. Give the custom action a suitable name. Then click Save and Associate. Next, we need to create another condition for contacts that are not associated with an account. Select the option for records that do not meet the previous condition. Then click Next. Add another custom action. Select Create WorkDrive Settings. Then select Create WorkDrive Folder. In this case, the contact is not associated with an account. Therefore, the contact folder should be created inside the Contacts module root folder. Select Easy WorkDrive as the main root folder. Then select the Contacts module folder. Click on the pencil icon and configure the contact folder name. Choose Yes when asked whether you want to save the folder ID. Then select the WorkDrive Folder ID EXT field. Click Save. Then click Update Settings. Give the action a name such as Create Contact Folder in Module. Click Save and Associate. Finally, save and activate the workflow rule. Now let's test the configuration. Go to the Contacts module. Create a new contact named Contact 001. Do not associate this contact with an account. Then click Save. Now check the timeline. You can see that the workflow has been triggered successfully. Open the Easy WorkDrive related list. You can see that the contact folder has been created. Now open the folder in WorkDrive. Because the contact is not associated with an account, the folder has been created directly inside the Contacts module root folder. Now let's test a contact that is associated with an account. Open an account record, such as Test Account. Make sure that the account already has a WorkDrive folder ID. Now create a contact under this account. For this example, I will name it Contact 002. Then click Save. Open the Contact 002 record and check the timeline. You can see that the workflow has been triggered. The WorkDrive folder ID field has also been updated. Now open the Related Accounts Easy WorkDrive folder. Inside the Account folder, you can see the Associated Contacts folder. Inside the Associated Contacts folder, you can see the Contact 002 folder. This confirms that the configured folder structure is working correctly. Now let's test another situation where the related account does not have a WorkDrive folder ID. For this example, I will use Test Account 3. First, remove the WorkDrive folder ID from the account record. You can confirm that the field is empty and that the account is not currently connected to a WorkDrive folder. Now create a new contact under this account. I will name it Contact 003. Then click Save. Once the contact record and check the timeline. You can see that the workflow has been triggered successfully. Open the Easy WorkDrive related list. The contact folder has been created successfully. Now click Go to WorkDrive folder. Inside the Accounts module folder, you can see the Test Account 3 folder. Inside that folder, you can see the Associated Contacts folder. Inside the Associated Contacts folder, you can see the Contact 003 folder. This confirms that the extension can create and maintain the complete folder hierarchy even when the related account does not already have a WorkDrive folder ID. This is how you can create a complex folder structure for contacts using Easy WorkDrive for Zoho CRM. So that's the overall process of creating complex folder structure using WorkDrive for Zoho CRM extension.